So what you just witnessed was, man, me hitting the wrong button, being embarrassed because I got my man Terrace Marshall taking a break to join me. So that was all my fault. Hopefully everybody that was on that previous broadcast would check back in. That's the second day in a row that I've done that, so I need to get it together. But nevertheless, let me hit this magical button right here, and you will see the man Terrace Marshall is still hanging out with us, which I greatly appreciate. So. Everybody, please do me a favor. Number one, again, my bad. But there was a lot of good comments that I hadn't got to. There was tons of comments that I couldn't quickly get back up. So for those that were leaving comments and leaving questions, please type them again. We'll go through them, but we're gonna run it back just a split second. So I had last played this clip, which I'm gonna play again, and we're not in the broadcast, and then Terrace will get you to respond to it, all right? So here we go. Let's play this one more time.
One of the messages that I talked about this morning in the team meeting, our star players got to play like stars. All right, they need to step up. All right, so across the board on both sides of the ball, all right, they need to play. And then if you're a first or second round draft pick, you're that for a reason. If we brought you in as a free agent, you're a star player. Go play.
All right, Terry. So I'm just a media person, right? And I go say, "Whoa!" But players, how do you receive hearing your coach give messages like that?
I say, man, as a man and as a competitive, I say he's right. Just things haven't been going our way, and obviously, I see that we can, it's improvement that that needs to be done and can be done, as a man of accountability, I take like for that, personally as to know that I have to step up, that other players have to step up, and that's what we got to do. And I believe that we are gonna do that, and I know that he believes that we are gonna do that, and that's just NFL, and that's we gotta produce. So I'm wholehearted. I'm standing 10 toes behind what he said.
Okay. Now you're a pro, so obviously you're built to catch a ball no matter who's throwing the ball. But there has been certainly a carousel at the quarterback position between Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and P.J. Walker. And I just like to think, continuity helps. But what is it like as a receiver, as someone who has to catch the ball? Number one, what is it like? And then what kind of adjustments do you make? Do they come in the huddle and they talk a little differently? Is it certain little details that you have to work at? But, they may work themselves out pretty quickly. But what is it like dealing with that?
And I say, man, it's not, it's not hard. I believe in myself along with the quarterbacks that's in the room, and I feel like, each week is another opportunity to be great. We got Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday to get prepared, and it's all on us, to take advantage of every second, every hour that we have, to get ready for that next game. And I feel like we, at the end of the day, shouldn't have no excuses. We are pros, so at the end of the day, we go out there and we do our job, and so I don't think it's hard, because we just take advantage, of that preparation throughout the week, to get prepared for the next game.
So, are there subtle differences between the guys over at? I would assume that there has to be, but again, is this something that maybe we go to put too much into in terms of getting that adjustment for each different quarterback that you may have?
I say, man, just in general, every quarterback is gonna have their differences, whether if it's good or bad, and like I say, I just, I adapt to, each difference, every week, my job is to go do my job, play receiver, and the ball is gonna spin the same way. So, it's my job, to make that play when the ball is in the air, and I can't make no excuses for myself or for nobody else, So, I just go out there, do my job, and prepare during the week, and just have it on my mind to produce.
Okay. So again, appreciate everybody that's coming back in. There was a lot of comments on that last video that I was not able to retrieve. So if you were a person that was with us on the last video, please come back on and leave your comments. A lot of kudos are being given to you, Terrace, for being a person that's giving us hope and saying that you're playing really good right now. Let me ask you this. Is there a player that has become like a big brother to you that's in that locker room?
Man, I'll say Shaq Thompson, Cam Irvin. It's a couple to name, even more names. But I'll say, man, those are older guys, that are great leaders, and set good examples, not only for me, but for everybody in the locker room. And I feel like they lead well. So, I just feel like if everybody, just continue to lean on them, that we can, continue to produce.
Now, for me, when you first say Shaq Thompson, I know you said there's more than one, but I go to think his locker's way down the hall from yours, and he's on defense. So how does that happen?
This team's tight, even though the locker space, team's pretty tight, even when we breaking it up, in the huddle as a team, before the games or in the practice, coaches telling us to be tight, and so, that's just the MO of the team, and everybody's tight, everybody has a relationship, so.
Okay, okay. Uh, I'm trying to read through these questions to make sure I weed out the bad ones. By the way, everybody that's watching, you still have the opportunity to, we've got about 10 more minutes left on this chat before we got to let Terrace get back into doing what he's needing to do on his off day. But you are welcome to join us video-wise and ask a question. There's a link in the description that you can click on and join us to do so. Well, let's see, they said, what's his playing weight? All right, little random question. What's your playing weight, Terrace?
My playing weight be at 210. The pads add probably like 10 pounds on. So, but before the pads, I'm like 210.
Before about 210. All right. Favorite routes? I don't think you're going to answer that. I don't think any wide receiver is going to tell you what his favorite route is, right?
Any route, man. Any route.
You might can say that you like a go route, but I mean, other than that, you don't want to give anything away, right?
Yeah, man. But it's any route, even about, it's any route, to be honest.
Hey, Terrace, can you tell any difference in terms of how teams are going to, or other guys may be looking at you now? Again, I know you've been working hard ever since you've been in the league, but these last 5 games and these last 2 games, you're certainly, production-wise, is increasing. You noticing anything different in your opponents when you come out there on the field now?
I don't really be paying attention to that, to be honest. Like I say, man, my complete mindset is really just me versus me. Anybody in front of me, I'm not. I'm basing out everything I do out their technique and what they do, But I'm really just, I'm just going out there being me, man, doing what I do, and that's.
Have you had any good conversations with opponents as you're playing football that's shareable, entertaining?
I don't really talk much on the field. I don't really talk much. I just let my play do the talking. To be honest.
Okay. So you just gonna point at the scoreboard. That's all you're gonna do. Hey, Tim Essie says, favorite pair of sneakers that you own. I mean, before you answer that, I know that your head coach, man, he seems to have his sneaker game down pretty good for an older guy.
Man, he always got a different pair of J's on, man. Always.
Go ahead and answer that. You have a favorite pair of sneakers?
I wear Jordans, man. My Jordans are my favorite. I say probably number wise, like Jordan 1s or some Jordan 11s. I love those too.
Okay, all right. Let me see as we go through here. Are you a bowler at all?
I'm not. I wouldn't call myself a bowler, but I can bowl a little bit. But I wouldn't say I am a bowler though.
They want to know what your high was in bowling.
I done been in the hundreds before.
It looks like after every game, man, it's kind of interesting. A lot of people have some different ways in which they handle Twitter. For you, after each game, it might not be every single game, but certainly if you're tweeting after a game, that tweet will say, all glory to God, I believe. I might be off a little bit on that. Speak about that tweet that you do after each game.
Man, that's just, I feel like, social media, I don't take social media too serious. You notice that I don't really tweet about too much, but that, so I just pretty much use that as a platform, to shine my light and let people know, like, who gets all the glory and what I'm doing it for, and the reason that I'm here and where I am today, and so I just do that, after every game, just giving thanks, just being thankful, win, lose, or draw, that I'm able to play this game, that I came out healthy, and I'm still living, and life still goes on no matter if you took a L or a W, and God is always good. So that's pretty much my my motto behind that.
Okay. Now, as far as the games go, us fans, we want to see like 50 points put on the board. We want to see y'all racing up and down the field. Obviously, with Coach Wilkes taking over as interim head coach, he's going to more of a run-first approach with this team, which has been, getting us some results. As a receiver, what do you like? How do you not get frustrated with knowing, okay, we're gonna be run first. I want the ball, and what do you do to make sure that you're like during the game, that when your number is called, that you're sharp, you're ready to go? How does that work for you?
Man, it's just part of being a team player. Even when those runs are happening, I have to be blocking. So, I'm just always, willing to do whatever I feel is best for the team. Coach feel is best for the team, for us to get the win at that time. So, I'm a team player, and I just want to win at the end of the day. The stat sheet of, that'll fill up itself. As long as you're doing your job. So, I just want to win at the end of the day. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes, to help my team.
Hey, and I know Steve Smith is a legendary guy. He still hangs around his team quite a bit. I know he spoke about some relationships with players. Just had a question here, wondering if you've interacted with Steve much at all.
Yeah, we've interacted before. We've had a couple conversations. Every time we see each other, it's always love. It's always good. He's always being positive, and he's always around. So good relationship.
And you guys had some ping pong that was going on. I know that was when Rule was here. Actually, we still got the ping pong table, but you had some kind of games. I forget what they called it. What's your ping? I don't think I've ever seen you at the table when I've been in the locker room.
I be playing. I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm not on the other dude's level. I'm not on their level yet. I'm trying to get that on.
Who's the best ping pong player out there right now?
I ain't gonna say the best, but
Some of the good ones.
I know that the good ones, J.C. Bryan, Burns. You got Bozeman. You got D. Wright.
Bozeman, so you've got some big guys that are pretty good.
Oh yeah, you got some big guys. Brady, Andre. Yeah, a lot of them guys. They real good at it.
Okay. We got time for a few more questions. I got to read these twice because sometimes I'll read them out loud and it's not something that I want to read. But let's see. Okay, here's a fun one. If you weren't a football star, hey, they give you your flowers, Terrace. If you weren't a football star, what would your occupation be?
Basketball.
That sounds like a man who's thought nothing about his dream of playing football. He's all in on football or nothing, right?
Thanks, man. I ain't have no plan B growing up, bro. Like, I just, I knew in my belief, in my whole heart, that I was going to be an NFL player, and I went for it, and it happened. Glory to God.
All right, hey, Terrace, what's up with these third down conversions, man? Sometimes, actually more times than not, unfortunately, we have struggled on third down conversions. While you're out there, this is a man that's on the field. What could it be? What could you guys do? I mean, other than you hear the word execute, I don't want to give you too hard of a time because you might say, well, yeah, we do got to execute. What things could be doing to help this third down conversions?
Just continue to practice more and rep it more. I say that is the key word. Executing, and the more we rep it during the week in practice, the more we prepare. I feel like it's gonna come to us eventually. And I feel like it's gonna click. Everything can't go our way in this league at one point. But at some point, I feel like that it's gonna start to flow for us. And when it happens, we'll be glad. And it'll show that the work paid off.
Hey, let me ask you this. So, because I know you can't answer the favorite route question. let me ask you, almost like a would you rather type thing, right? Would you rather catch a nice TD mossing somebody, or would you rather have like a 60-yard after the catch kind of touchdown? Which one is more? Would you prefer?
And I like mossing somebody. That's nice, but that 60-yard catch and run, like you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 60 yards. That's flipping the field. You know, that's flipping field position. You know, you on the other side of the logo, and man, just turning that into a touchdown. That's pretty big in the NFL.
Okay. We got another one here from the fans. Is there a reason behind you selecting number 88, and have you had the chance to speak with one of the great 88s, Greg Olsen?
Yeah, actually, yeah, man, Greg Ocean, shout out to Greg Ocean. You know, he allowed me to get his number, you know, coming here. So, I mean, all hats off to him, man. He's a great player, you know, a great legacy he left here. And, you know, it's an honor, you know, to be able to wear this number here, you know, and to be able to play here, you know, and know the things that, you know, he accomplished here. And I'll say, man, I wore 88 in high school. So that was my main reason, you know, ever since I've been young, you know, left high school, I said I got this in high school. So when I make it to the NFL, I want to wear number 88. So I mean, that's my reason behind it, you know. So
Now we got the Denver Broncos coming into town this Sunday. I'm sure. Do coaches tell you guys about like, hey, don't eat too much on Thanksgiving, or is that? I mean, what do they say to you? Advice on Thanksgiving? Because you know, most of us might be worried about eating too much and be a little sluggish come Sunday. But you're a pro. How does it work?
Yeah, man, they don't say too much, you know. Pretty much. I mean, we got saunas and we got steam rooms, so you know, you got to get in there get in there on Friday. You know, after you get that meal in. But I mean, I don't really pretty much say too much.
Hey, what was your favorite team growing up? NFL team.
Growing up, I'll say all the way up until I got to college, my favorite team was the Cowboys.
Okay.
So it was like my whole family was Cowboy fans growing up. Like one side was Saints, you know, because I'm from Louisiana, and the other side was Cowboy fans.
What was it like seeing your college QB this year?
Oh, Joe, man, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. So it was good. It was good to reunite. You know, man, good seeing him. You know, proud of everything, you know, he has accomplished thus far. You know, I'm knowing that he gonna accomplish way more. You know, him along with Jamar and Jets. So man, I'm proud of them boys. And you know how far we done came from when we was young in college.
Hey, so does he ever give you any fashion tips? Because you know he got it going on, man.
Nah, he ain't never gave me no fashion tips, man. He ain't never gave me none.
Denver Broncos this Sunday. What are some of the things that this team will need to do this Sunday to get back into that winning column?
And I say, man, we just go out there, you know, each player individually, we just go out there and take advantage of our opportunities. You know, like Coach Wilkes always say, you know, he always say, win your one-on-one. So we just got to go out there, you know, win our one-on-ones and, just execute, you know, play physical, win the line of scrimmage. And I feel like we'll come out good.
Hey, now, in practice, do you get to match up against J.C. Horn too often?
I mean, during the season, you know, we don't really, you know, we go ones-on-ones, but, you know, pretty much we match up, but not really.
Okay. It was just a question about you and JC. But you know what? Unless one more, I'm going to give time for one more to come in, and I'm going to let this man continue to enjoy his day. I'm just screening what's coming up on the screen really quick to pick the best one. We're just getting a lot of love between the both of us, Terrace, me and you. But I'll just go ahead and end with this one. He says, I can't ask that question. They said, which Panthers teammate is the best cook? That's not something that you really know. I mean, he'd have to be going over the house. Yeah, that's a tough one. But I appreciate you trying to get it in there, Shaq. Hey, Terrace, appreciate it very much, man. Love seeing the growth. Love, you know me, I love the spiritual talk as well. And appreciate you taking the time with us this Tuesday, early afternoon. Make sure that you enjoy your Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Sir, appreciate you, my guy. Blessings to the family.
Thank you. Take it easy.
So you too.
All righty. So appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching the show. Again, please hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 6,000 subscribers. hit the like button. Again, you know, I'll tell you, I was pretty embarrassed that I hit the wrong button earlier and split up the broadcast. We had a lot of good comments in that first one, and I just couldn't get to it quickly while I was talking with Terrace to have him back on the show. But that is why I ask you all to subscribe to get the players on the show. The bigger I grow, I promise you, the more that I will continue to do and have some fun sharing it with you and giving you fans of the Carolina Panthers an opportunity. And, you know, honestly, the biggest thing that I love doing those kind of interviews is I know it wasn't so much X's and O's. I feel like there's a lot of good people that do like just straight up X's and O's. I like to do some of them, but I also really like to let you see what that player's like, because, you know, with this team having the struggles that we have, and you know, you liking it, it just helps to be able to like cheer for a guy through any tough periods that he may have, right? You know, instead of just saying, dang it, number 88, you know, it's like, oh man, Terrace, let's, you know, maybe it'll make you cheer for these guys a little bit harder. You know, they need it in order to get this thing turned around. Having the fan support behind them is important and a great thing. So that'll wrap us up. We'll be back. Man, I'm losing my voice. Sorry, I'm sure that cough is loud. Let me mute real quick. We'll be back, continue to cover this team starting tomorrow and through the holiday as well. So I encourage you to, again, subscribe, like, and turn on your bell notification so that when I do go live, you guys will be able to go live as well. So for Charlotte Vibe, I'm Chris Jenkins. Talk to you guys later.